Previously on D&D Exposed.
I'm back.
Don't roll a 1 on your
And that's
Me
possibly...
immediately rolls 1.
We are in the middle of combat with originally 2, now 1 wasp.
But if that's the case, can I use what's it, Thaumaturgy or whatever?
So you cast Thaumaturgy. Basically, you call for help like it's Undertale. Outside of the battle, Tilly Vanilli has left these city gates and is in search of the witch for her own gain, when suddenly you hear a loud voice booming from far away. You follow the direction of that voice. Yeah, it's Lilith's turn. So you bring your crowbar down on this giant wasp, and it slams into the floor and just fucking explodes. You are standing triumphant over this, absolutely gruesome mess of what was once a wasp. And then a wizard comes by.
Hey guys, what's up? Are you also a witch?
You probably go back to the tavern where you spent your night, and the doors slam open and the 4 of you are all standing there looking fucking haggard. Gork, the tavern keep, looks at you and he's like, "You guys look like you need a drink." So everyone here should now be level 2.
Okay.
Me and Annabelle were gonna go to the store.
Let's hear your side story then. Let's hear the filler arc.
Can I roll stealth to see if I can follow someone up
I'm gonna roll perception, see if I notice. I
Yes!
don't think the store's open.
The door is always open.
Oh.
The door is not open. The door is locked.
Can I use my thieves tools to break in?
Sure, if you get caught, you're probably going to get attacked.
We get very caught.
Get out!
Damn it, Mercy, you usually don't get caught breaking into places. And besides, we were gonna pay, we were just gonna leave it on the counter with a note like I normally do.
You see that the shopkeeper has armed guards. Now is standing in front of his shop taking a statement. Do you guys want to get the fuck out of this town?
I suggest we all make a dash for the exit.
I concentrate really hard, and I try and bring tears to my eyes. They took me away from my talent, and they took me away.
Alright, we can take you to the orphanage. So the guard knocks on the door a few times, and then it opens, and there is this very kindly looking cleric who's standing there. She is an older human woman. The guard explains what has happened, says that her parents are currently missing, and she looks up at the guard. "That's an adult!" And then she kicks you out. You are now out in the forest.
How about we try the west? Since the last time we went east, we almost died. And I'd really hate to have another shopkeeper incident.
You guys hear something behind you. It sounds like there are footsteps coming your way, and the 5 of you hear loud shouting in Elvish. They're shouting, "Who's there? Are you from the town?" And then 4 drow appear from behind the trees, all 4 of them with their short swords drawn. "What are you doing here? This is our home!"
Darling, you might want to put that sword down. I'm trying to be peaceful.
You guys gave up your chance to be peaceful when you came into our home, stole our children from their mothers!
Whoa! Wait! Stop! Are you saying your children have also been stolen? The village also has been suffering a plague of children going missing. They did not tell us that these lands belong to you elves. Had we known that, we would have approached this differently. Are you guys also looking for the same witch, I put that in quotation, that we are out on our missions for?
Physics? Are you looking for physics?
Is the Bitsix the actual name of the witch that we've been told was a witch?
The drow looks down for a minute and then raises his short sword. Roll for initiative.
Dorothy.
these are.
Yeah, Alexander's the wizard. What?
Would I be the lion though?
I feel like you would, because I feel like I'm kind of heartless, and he said he doesn't have a brain.
Yeah, I don't. So.
Who's Dorothy?
I'm okay with being Toto.
And Cassandra's the wizard, because she's the mastermind behind everything. We should do another time we should do like a Wizard of Oz D&D.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
I know, right?
Oh man, that's great. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm gonna have to give it elves.
That's a thing that we could do.
I feel like it should be.
So we are back at the top of the initiative ladder. It is currently the third drow, who is this purple dye's turn. And let me pull up. Alright, so this drow is going to take its short sword and it's going to attack Cassidy. Oh, this is rolling forever.
Oh.
Does an 11 hit?
No.
Alright, so.
We're back to the beginning.
Jesus fucking.
Whoopsies.
Alright,
Oh
so.
my god.
And so it begins.
Alright, you know what? I'm about to
The
look
drow
my
swings
spell.
at you, you dodge that shit, the sword hits the ground, and now it is the, let's see, this drow's turn, who is also attacking you, so they're gonna try again.
Oh, damn, I'm trying to gang up on you.
It's a 14 hit.
Yes.
Alright. Great, so that does 7 damage.
Fine. Ooh, I'm down 4 HP.
Ooh.
Wait, yeah.
Alright, so up next is our first drow.
Is attacking
Oh, wait, what is that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's
Alright, so this first drow is going to take the hilt of his short sword, and he is going to basically drive it against Lilith's head. Lilith is immediately knocked the fuck out, and she is now down for the count. And the drow then turns its sights on.
Is she stable?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not gonna make her death roll if she's not here. So, are you currently covered?
I'm currently, yeah, I think I came out, hit somebody with, I gave everyone bless and then I hid back and I think myself was at 11.
Alright, so this drow is going to start making its way downtown towards Abigail and Happy, who are over here. And I'm just gonna, like, assume that they are, I mean, would this reach? We don't have a grid. I'm just gonna say it would. Alright, so anyways, up next is Happy.
So you can we can either start trying to slow this combat down.
I'm not trying to slow this combat down. I'm tired.
Alright.
Alright, so I wanted to know if I could use a awakened mind.
So, alright, so you communicate telepathically with any of the creatures. Which drow are you going to try to communicate with?
Whichever one is closest, I guess.
Alright, so that would be the first one who is just attacking Lilith. And what?
You killed my sister.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, so what do you say?
If we can, like, stop the fighting because we're not getting anywhere, and maybe talk about this because we might have information on the missing children. There's children missing in the village. It might be connected.
Alright.
I mean, I said might.
Okay, but we don't know where the children are, so would that really be helpful?
We-
They might just find out we're lying and.
I mean, but we
We're
know.
looking for the children too, or like.
Right, we could say that we're looking for the children too. And
You find your
if
children?
the village is correct, we know that the witch might have most likely taken them.
But that's what started the fighting in the first place. They're like, is the
We're
witch.
just vigilante. Like what if you make it apparent you want to help them?
Yeah, what she said.
Alright, do you want to roll a persuasion check?
Sure.
And you have a +5 to persuasion.
Okay.
So that would be a d20 and then add 5 to that.
Okay, so
Roll high,
and
roll high.
Yep, it's just that one.
oh, okay. It's,
That's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Okay.
Alright, so I'd imagine that this drow who is currently charging towards you
Okay.
wasn't exactly expecting you to start, like, speaking directly in his mind, especially since you do not speak the same language.
Alright.
And he kind of stops in his tracks and he looks at the two of you. And then he calls over his shoulder. He says something in Elvish to the other few drow in the area. And is anyone here? You can speak Elvish. You would probably understand that he says something similar to stop. They might be speaking a different sort of dialect, so you probably don't understand every single word that they're using since you are.
I imagine Marcy's just about ready to like start her attack.
I'm preparing some more like healing stuff.
Yeah, and so this one is just kind of standing still, and the other few drow, except this one who is currently still trying to run away, both kind of like stop and look at each other. They are a little bit confused, and it is now Abigail's turn.
So I'm
Slash
gonna.
Annabelle.
Yep. So, I know. Either one at this
Annagale.
point.
Annabelle.
Hey, Annabelle.
Abigail.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna peek my head up over the bush, and I'm gonna look around. Does any of my party members look hurt?
I mean, I'm hurt, but we can't, and we can't heal Lilith because she's not here. But you can if you want.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and look. I'm gonna go ahead and look over at Lilith, at Marcy, and I'm gonna quickly go over. I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna go into my pouch. I'm gonna pull out a little compressed ball of medicine and load it in my sling. And Marcy, you want me to hit you with this or at your feet?
Just fucking nail me, man.
I just go ahead and loose this ball of compressed medicine, and it hits her right in the chest, and it puffs into this puff of like powdery smoke, and it comes down, and you start noticing that your wounds start to close, and that your breathing goes a little better, and I'm essentially cast Healing Word. So you're gonna get 4 HP.
Proper.
Alright, it is now Marcy's turn. You have just been healed.
Can I still use my sneak attack to stop the other drow from running away?
Yes, and that is an attack of opportunity.
Yep, and you also still have Bless on you, so you get advantage. Oh no, you can roll a 1d4 and add that to your attack roll.
I rolled a 19.
Oh.
Should I still roll the +4? Guys?
Yeah, you can. It's continuous until either I end it or lose concentration, I think.
So 19 +4. Oh wait, sneak attack, doesn't that do like advantage or some shit?
Yes, with a sneak attack, you deal an extra 1d6 of damage to a, hang on, that's only if you have advantage on the attack roll. Let me see if attack of opportunity.
I do have advantage on the attack roll.
And when you are making an attack of opportunity, you can use your reaction to make one melee attack against the provoking creature. The attack occurs right before the creature leaves your reach, so that is... Hang on, that creature was not close to you in the first place. I don't think that...
I am using a ranged weapon though. Dagger is an ranged weapon, I think it has a range of 80 feet, and I'm not using my venom.
Alright, so let's roll to see if this hits.
I already rolled a 19 +4.
Oh, yep, that does hit. So you will... Let's see. So you're gonna have to roll a 1d4.
And I aim for his leg, calf area, and I rolled a 2.
Alright, and you can add 1d6 into this.
3. He takes 5 damage.
Alright, yeah, so you hit this guy's thigh, and he like stumbles to the ground. He looks very upset that he has just been hit.
Damn.
But that does not incapacitate him, and he continues to try to flee. He gets right back up, and he didn't hit like his Achilles tendon or anything, so he's just gonna keep going. It is now Tilly Vanilli's turn. There was the first drow who had attacked Lilith, was charging towards you, but he has just stopped, and he's kind of looking around, really confused.
Does he talk to him in his head?
Yes, but you wouldn't really have any way of knowing that.
Yeah.
Unless you announced that to everyone. You were like, hey guys.
Oh, right.
Currently the closest drow to you is just kind of like standing around looking pretty confused. There's 2 other drow who are right up in Marcy's business. And there is the 4th drow who is currently running away right after getting hit directly by Marcy. Oh, and you were also the only member of the party who was able to hear the one drow who had stopped announce to the rest of everyone that they should stop.
Maybe you see me like try and throw my dagger at the other drow, and you're like, Marcy.
So, if I like run up next to Marcy, like I can like do that and then an action 1 turn, right?
Yes, I think we don't have a grid, so we can't see exactly how far everyone is moving. I'm just like weighing it here. I think you would be able to reach her. So you run up to Marcy, and what do you say to her?
I tell her in common that they were saying that they should stop because we weren't getting anywhere.
Alright.
So to put her weapons away so we can try to talk to them.
Alright.
Okay, cool, but I keep my hands on my dagger just in case.
Alright. It is now the 4th Drow's turn, and they complete their escape, and they vanish off into the forest, and you can no longer see this guy.
Okay.
One down.
He just ditches his friends. He's like, bye.
Drow 4 has left the building. Right? It is now the 3rd Drow's turn, who is currently this purple one standing near Marcy. This one looks over at the Drow next to him, and he says, in Elvish, Tilly Vanilli is the only one who can understand. He's like, he basically says, like, what is he, hang on, let's see. Right, yeah, he says, do you know what Vanelli's talking about? And they're both, like, just kind of, like, looking at each other, and they're both muttering. You probably don't hear everything that they're saying because you are still a short distance away from them, and they're kind of whispering. But neither of those 2 Drow really make any moves towards Marcy or you. It is now the 2nd Drow's turn, who is currently next to him, and that one also is not going to try to attack. They're both just kind of, like, having this very muted discussion between each other, and they keep looking over at the 1st Drow, who you probably are able to pick up that you're probably assuming that one is Vanelli. The other guys here do not understand any of this. And
Right,
just kinda see
we
these
have
guys
no
talking.
idea.
Oh, you can bond over having your names sound similar.
Alright, and it is now the 1st Drow's turn, and he's probably going to start walking over here, which now surrounds Marcy. But
Damn.
they all kind of, I'm assuming that the 3 of them would probably like start walking away, probably disengaging in combat from the rest of you. And they're all just kind of like talking amongst each other, and you see the 1st Drow, Vanelli, pointing towards Happy and saying something.
Just not discreet at all.
Yeah. So,
yeah, I don't need to speak any other language.
Yep, so are we currently out of combat?
yes, we're no longer in combat.
That's good.
And I would imagine that the 3 of these, after their short little like huddle like a fucking football team,
Yes.
they
So,
all...
I call everyone over. It's like, Marcy, Happy, everyone, over here. Do we know what they're doing?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Now I can tell them. Well, I spoke telepathically to one of them and tried to convince them to stop the flailing around.
Okay. Well, just in case things start getting a little crazy, I have this jar. I have this jar over here that should help if they just start using poison on you. So,
Yeah.
who wants some vitamins?
You open your little trench coat.
Yeah. what you buying?
I got some real special vitamins here.
Like, you wanna buy some vitamins from me?
You got like
It's like,
a
you want
fantasy equivalent
Here
of
you go.
Flintstone vitamins?
Yeah.
So you taking the vitamins?
Yeah.
Yes. No.
No, I wasn't like joking around.
Oh, okay.
but,
I take them back. Put them back in my coat.
The Flintstones gummies will come out another day.
They
Yep.
will come out all day.
Great, and once you guys are done with that, the 3 Drow walk towards you again, and they're kind of like looking at each other. They're very unsure, and then they kind of start trying to speak different languages towards you. One of them is probably going to start trying to speak Undercommon towards you because that's the only other language that they know.
Right.
None of you know Undercommon.
Nope.
None of us
So
know
you're all
Undercommon.
just kind of like standing there like, ugh.
Like,
And they realize that they can see on your faces that you guys have no idea what the fuck is going on. So they're just kind of looking at each other like, And then they're probably going to point at Tilly and
oh,
sort
yeah,
of
you could be the translator.
yeah. And I would imagine that the first one probably takes his short sword back out and he's pointing it at you, but he's not moving exactly to start attacking, and he says, "What do you know about the missing children?"
Do we know for a fact that it's a witch taking them, like all of us, or are we just assuming that based on like rumors that we heard in the town?
It's mostly rumors. You
Yeah,
guys
I
have
think it
not
is
seen the witch directly taking anyone. None of you have actually seen the witch or
Right.
actually any evidence that she's even out there other than people talking about it.
So I say that we're basically all vigilantes, and we've passed through the town and we heard that the children are being taken, and there was a rumor that there was a witch doing it, so we were basically like on a quest to try to find her and return the missing children to their parents if they were still alive.
Alright, they probably flinch when you say that you assume that they were the ones taking the children, or that, like, one of their own. The first one, who is probably speaking for the rest of them, and is still holding the sword, basically tells you that, the witch is one of our own. Our own children have been going missing. People from your town have been stealing them. We want an end to this. You guys have seriously come into our land. You've taken everything from us. All we want to do is be able to live in peace. But just ruining the forest that we're trying to return to as our ancestral homes wasn't enough for you. You're coming into our encampments, and our children are going missing. When is it going to stop?
Does she translate this for us?
Yeah.
Okay. Marcy says cautiously towards the other elves so that she can translate. If the town is worried about their children being stolen, why would they steal other people's children?
Yeah, like if people from the town were having their children stolen, like...
Yeah. So we're telling you that the town's children are being stolen, and they're worried about... We're kind of having the same problem right now?
Right.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So I translate to them that children from the town are being taken as well, so it's not like anything personal to them. It's just that basically children are being taken from all over as far as we know.
Children are being taken from everywhere.
So we're looking to find them and find who's been taking them.
Alright, so the first round definitely puts on his short sword when you say that, and they all look very, very confused about this. And I'd imagine that the second one probably steps up and he says, well, we haven't seen any other children here. We haven't seen any elves, high elves or gnomes or humans or anyone else out in this forest ever since we have started trying to make it, ever since we have started trying to protect it. We don't know anything about your town's missing children, but have you seen any drow children around the town?
No.
No, not that I know of.
So, yeah, they're all just kind of looking at each other. None of them really know exactly what to do in this situation.
Me neither.
I come out of the bush.
It's like, does your box get stuck?
Oh god.
Did they mention the fact that
second.
there's like a child with us then?
Yeah.
18, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Finale points at you and he like motions over to Tilly and he's like, is that one of your missing children?
I can't understand, so I don't even know.
Did we find one of your children? Are they just out in the woods?
What are they saying?
Should I just, I'll just say that like they're asking if you're one of the missing children.
Wait, should we say that? I don't know.
Let's see where this goes. Yes.
I don't know. I'm a little. That's what I'm saying. I'm a little nervous about lying.
I'm really bad at like persuasion,
strut
so
over
if you
to.
want to roll
I'm gonna walk.
More gonna be a deception check.
I'm gonna nervously walk over to you and grab your hand and look at the drow puppy dog eyes.
All right, roll a deception check for this.
Oh no.
Why do you keep doing this?
Why do you keep doing
Because I
this?
kind of like it. 11.
Yeah, they're kind of like, I don't know about this one. Is that just a weird gnome?
Yes.
They're kind of looking at each other and they're muttering like to each other. They're like, is that a human or a gnome? Like, look at the ears. They're not like a gnome's ears. They're not like kind of pointed, but I don't know. Do humans have feet that big?
I pull out your hand. Is it working?
Tilly just say that she's delusional.
we found her while we were traveling through the forest, and I don't know if we should like admit that you make potions and that's why we keep you with us, but then they'd probably be like, okay, so give us some and we won't kill you.
I don't know what these guys are about. So
I might ask you to roll a deception check for that, since you're lying directly to them.
Is this what we're doing?
I have -1 deception.
Oh fuck!
Oh god, not again.
All right, let's see.
7.
-1.
6.
Yeah, they like clearly don't believe you. Denali kind of rolls his eyes and he's like, "That's a gnome. You can't lie to us. We know about all of the different species that are in this village. We know about humans. We know about gnomes. and we know about half-elves. So...
Damn, you must be a really short half-elf.
Why do they care about the
I just released
Do
my...
they not trust
I just released my hand and then take a normal posture, just kind of like, okay, it didn't work.
We don't trust any of you. Especially the half-elves. You guys are traitors to your own kind. And Vanelli kind of looks disgusted and he's like, well, if you found your missing children, I guess we'll go now. And they both kind of just wander back off into the woods. And you do not see them again.
Cool.
So that is the end of combat with these guys, along with
Okay,
an
I don't know how to feel about that. That was awkward.
So
They
where
kept,
do we go now?
they kept doing this with me. I don't know what did they think I was not a halfling?
They thought you were half something.
Fucking asshole.
They thought you were something.
They're just racist.
Yeah. No.
Okay, do we know that he tried to get into the orphanage?
Wait, do they know?
No, I think that was in the village, so I don't think they know, right?
No.
So I think me and
they released.
not the drows, but
Oh.
Yeah, the guards.
do we know?
No.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The guard
I don't know if
released
we
me
know
and I
that.
just walked
That
away
was
and
like,
let you
that
guys.
was a filler.
Yeah.
So I haven't even. You guys don't even know I was almost in an orphanage. That's why I was thinking, damn,
That's
we
like
check
her-
the orphanage.
That's like her embarrassing secret. It's like,
Actually,
where were you?
I'll actually raise it
In
right
orphanage?
now.
What? Never mind.
It's like, so while you guys were running away and all, when you guys went to break into that general store, I tried to get myself away from the guards, and I actually ended up convincing them that I was, well, that whole act of being a small child, and they actually tried to bring me to an orphanage. Almost got it to work, but the orphanage head's mistress was a bitch, so it didn't really work.
So what you're telling
Sorry,
me
you
is,
posed as a child,
Yes.
and you're a grown woman.
Yes.
While people are convinced that witches are still children.
so what you're telling me is that you tried this and failed, so you thought you could try it again, and you still failed.
The idea is to get better. And I know I can pull it off because I am the stature of a small human child. And relatively speaking, if I play my cards right, the puppy dog eyes will work eventually. But just not right now.
Yeah, sure. And
Anyways, getting off topic. What if we went...
If Lilith were awake right now, she'd slap you with her crowbar.
Oh shit, she's down? 1 second. And I just give her a once over to check to make sure that she's all set and everything like that.
Oh yeah,
But
how's
for
this?
now?
What about Lilith? Are we just gonna like carry her like in like?
Let's just shove her in the
Is-
Yeah, I was gonna say, can't you put her in your box? And
Oh my god!
And I may need help carrying it, but in theory, yeah, we can either put her in the box or on the
Is
box.
there any
Oh
way
my-
for you to put wheels on your box so you could
We
just
should have grabbed the horse.
roll
Right.
it around?
Oh man, that'd be
Was the wheel
so.
invented?
I mean,
Maybe when we go back into town, I can have wheels
I
and
feel
stuff.
like
Go back into
wheels.
time, though.
I feel
I
like some.
don't
I don't
No.
think we can go back into time.
I think some degree of wheels should exist.
Oh yeah, we can't
Yeah.
go back into town because of the
Maybe
general
square
store. Thank you
wheels
so
or
much.
something.
Oh, nice.
Square wheels.
They can make houses. They're just, square geometric shapes.
If
No, this is great. We should keep talking about whether or not people in the medieval times had invented wheels yet.
There was a round table, so what if they just, they took...
If they just
put
made like
it
a
on
really
the car.
small version of like the tables.
So what the fuck do we do now?
well, the immediate problem is, do we wake Lilith up or do we carry her?
Just put her in the box.
We could leave her in a tree.
We can't just leave her behind. There's wild animals that'll eat people.
If you give me a little bit, I can clear out some space in my box and we can maybe put her in, and then one of us is gonna have to carry my box.
Alright, who's gonna have to eat all the herbs?
This stuff is expensive, and if you eat them, I won't be able to heal anyone, so don't eat them.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Do we happen to have a bag that could hold at least like some of these things? Oh wait,
I
you know
have a
what?
pouch, actually. I have a component pouch.
Oh, you do?
But I don't know-
Yeah, just like shrink her down, just Tetris her into your fucking like little pouch of herbs.
No, I mean like to hold your herbs so we put her in your box if you both can't fit in there.
Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit. Let me go ahead and open it up, and I open it up, and there's like shelving and bags
Oh
and stuff
man,
like
I was gonna
that.
make a suggestion. Like, what if all of us like each carried some of the things in the box?
Okay, I was hoping you were
And we-
gonna say that and not like chop Lilith up in pieces and then put her like parts in each of our pouches and like magically put it back together.
Avery's gonna listen to this and she's gonna be like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
I was looking through my box.
I mean, but if we did that, she wouldn't be alive.
I was looking through my box and I have some rope.
Can anybody resurrect?
I don't think any of
Not
us
at
can
level
resurrect
2.
it. Yeah.
So
She'll
I
be dead for a long
have
time.
some rope. We can tie her to the box or we can drag her behind us.
Let's drag her behind us.
No.
Let's drag her behind
Let's
us.
drag her behind us.
I'm just gonna try and carry her, even though she's taller than me.
All by yourself?
I might as well.
Hang on, I'm gonna have to look up how much weight you can carry at once.
Facts.
I think it's,
Don't break your back too early. I don't want to encounter another boss.
I think it's actually.
Alright, it's your strength score multiplied by 15, so what is your strength?
9.
Alright, so if she's over 135 pounds, do you know how tall she is?
She weighs 120.
Alright, you could carry her, but do you have a bag or any items on you?
I have a belt that holds most of my weapons.
Alright,
I
I'm
can
gonna...
just give her a piggyback ride.
I mean, I can carry your stuff as well.
Yeah, starting to get to the Scottish accent.
It bleeds through.
Alright, we're gonna have to start calculating, like, encumbrance stuff.
Wait, hold on. Could two of us hold the body at the same time? Yeah.
One
feel
person
like-
holds her
Yep.
from like
feel
the front,
like
and then the person behind them has
Yeah.
to take her legs or something.
That's what I'm saying. Like, could
If
two
we
of us
just get-
carry the body?
If both of us are carrying her, we get into a fight.
Yeah, we just walked in.
It'd be easier if one of us just carried
That's
her.
That's not
They're carrying the body.
So all of you can fight, and I can find somewhere safe to put her.
No, but I'm just saying, like on the way there, we could just carry it.
Well, if we take our time on the way there, we won't have to worry about.
I just start picking Lilith up, and I rolled a 3.
Take your.
-1 is a 2.
Look,
You do not have
Wait,
to roll
wait.
for this.
look, this is what we do. You just grab her arms or grab her legs, and then we'll just carry her to wherever we gotta go.
Boy, this wasn't supposed to be a big puzzle for you guys, but...
How do we carry back a
We're
body?
just all idiots. We're fucking that good from that fight.
I didn't take a hit.
You gotta brag about it.
You know? It was exhausting watching us miss all those hits.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's very embarrassing.
So that means I put myself back in my box, right? Okay. Clink, 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 clink.
So are we going with
do
my
like
plan?
ASMR
or
of
not?
this, like...
Oh my god.
Hang on, if I had long nails, I'd be like... Yeah, tap this.
I just need to like grab a ball and just be like.
So I'll take one arm, you take the other, and we'll just sling her over our shoulders.
Alright, sounds good to me.
Alright, you guys are now carrying your unconscious friend instead of just like waking her back up. Alright, so now you guys have to
carrying
figure out
this
what you're
thing.
going to do.
This practical corpse.
You are
around.
currently,
Oh, right? Like
we can have Bernie!
Right, we can have Bernie, like, just give her some shades.
I think I have an ink pot. Anybody wants to draw on it?
Lilith's totally
Oh
awake
my
again.
god. I do. I have a bottle of ink.
Alright, so where are we heading now?
That is up for you to decide. You are currently towards the west of town. You
Damn,
could,
are we?
if you were to walk back to town, you would probably reach there right before sundown.
But would we be allowed back in there after everything that happened?
That would depend how far.
We could camp out in front of the gates, and then
That would be hilarious.
the people who hadn't tried to buy stuff from the general store when it wasn't open can go buy stuff from the general store because they weren't present when that happened.
So we're
Wait,
splitting
so I
the
think that's
party.
just you and me, right?
Yeah.
Oh crap.
Why not? We have
What
the
if-
gate
what if
right
it's just-
there. We have the guards. Hopefully
You know,
they
the
do
whole,
their
she
jobs.
was with them, actually.
And we
then she
could
tried
put
to
Lilith
pretend to be a
aside so
child,
that way
but
she
she-
can get some much
Yeah,
needed
so
rest.
I don't know if they'll allow her either. Would it seem suspicious though if like me and her were just like going in the general store taking things and just
Don't start.
You'd be buying.
Wait, we're not just stealing them.
I mean no, but I mean like, you know, we're just All right, never mind. Actually, yeah.
They didn't see us doing anything.
That's true.
You guys weren't there.
So
No, you guys
yeah.
are free and clear.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I guess we're good now. That's all clear.
So we can all just
So,
hide.
are we camping out, going back behind the walls?
What if
I mean,
we
I like
manage
beds.
to get in, but we hide in the labyrinth
So-
and wait for them to come back out,
That's cold. Then
so we
again.
don't have to wait in the forest.
So the entrance to the labyrinth is inside the town. So you would have to get back into the town to enter it. The only other entrance to the labyrinth is miles and miles and miles away in one of the other cities. It would probably take you several weeks for you to reach it on foot.
Okay. So what if
Shit,
we
that's season
disguised
2 right
ourselves and hid in the labyrinth?
How'd you get into the labyrinth in the first place?
Disguise ourselves, get into town.
Alright, if that's what you guys want to do, then I'm gonna have to...
What, you guys want to disguise yourselves?
Well, you can use that disguise spell,
Wait, can I use it on other people?
That's what I was
and
thinking.
I have my disguise kit.
Because I know I could use it on myself. I don't know if I could use it on other people though.
Let's charm person.
I know I could put the armor thing, but
Oh, you could...
Use on yourself.
And since
I
you didn't really
could
do
only use it
anything-
on myself.
You can only use it on yourself.
However, you do
Oh,
have
yes.
charm person.
Yes. And
But
you do have the
You do
upgrade.
have charm person,
That's
but
true.
they'll try and fight us after
Because
the
they
spell wears
won't-
off.
That's the problem
Because
though.
they
I don't
won't-
want to
If
just.
you guys spend enough time in, because it lasts for an hour, so if you don't last an hour in the general store,
I don't want
And
to
then
ruin
we'll
my
be
reputation
gone.
just yet.
Then that will use one of your charges as well.
You see, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want.
But then again, you get it back on short rest, so like an hour of chilling, and you got.
Well,
it
yeah,
back.
but I'm more worried about like them recovering from the charm. That's like, I don't. No, thank you.
So we're making our way back to the.
back down.
Hopefully we don't get caught by the guards.
One of you summons a piano and you're just like skating forward like in the music video for that.
Right. Oh boy.
So.
Oh boy.
Alright. So do you make your way back to town? What is the plan? Are you guys disguising yourselves?
Right.
Okay, so I'm planning. I'm not sure about you. I'm not sure about you guys, but I'm just planning on going up to the guards and asking, "Hey, have you heard of any commotion at the general store?" And seeing what the situation is.
You're being too
Alright.
straightforward about
Yeah, be less subtle about it. No, more subtle about it. More
Okay,
subtle.
I'll be more vague.
No.
Okay, is there any guards?
Not outside the town, but there are some in the watchtowers, right by the gate of the town.
Okay, so everybody stay back for now, just in case anything happens. I'm gonna go and talk to the guards.
I hide in the bush and start going through my disguise kit for something to wear.
Alright, so I take a breath. I start making my way over to the walls, and I wave down one of the guards. Hello? Is anybody up there?
One of the guards, well actually two of the guards are going to come down, and the first one, they both look like they're half elves. The first one kind of looks at the other one and he's like, do we have a warrant out for that one?
I'm here to find my mother and father.
Use your half-elf
Roll a
privilege.
deception check!
This is gonna fucking work, I swear to God.
In the distance, you just hear Marcial.
Stop doing that!
Motherfucker.
Oh my god, the third time. Uh-oh. Yo, you just...
I was just gonna like, are they approaching?
Y'all gotta stop burning bridges.
They
You should-
do start. Well, actually, no, they don't immediately start approaching.
Oh god.
One
You
of
should
them
run.
walks into the town. The
Oh,
gate
hit them with
opens
the
enough for him
box.
to walk in, and the other one draws a sword.
I take it. Okay. And I just put my box down, sit on the box, and just go like that.
Hold up, let me.
Oh, you're surrendering?
Yeah.
Oh my.
I just like, yeah.
You want us to break you out of prison now?
It's just look over. It's like, don't worry about me, guys. I got it.
Does Marcy at least like grab the box first?
So I'm sitting on the box. I'm
Damn.
literally probably. I'm only probably about maybe like 20, 30 feet away from the gate.
Yeah. So the guard that's still there points his sword at you, and she says, "Stop! You have violated the law."
Stop!
Pay the
violated
fines
the law. Oh, there's no fines for this one. You broke and entered into a store and tried
Oh my god.
rob it. You are under arrest.
This is I'm either gonna
Can
have
we
to deal
get-
with this now or later.
Like they're arresting a child.
Oh yeah,
Can
yeah.
they
Maybe
arrest children
you
for
could.
that?
Maybe
I'm
you
just gonna-
can't trick them, but maybe you could trick the villagers.
public,
Yeah, the
so
public.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna have my wrist out and I'm just gonna wait for them to manacle me.
Alright. Are you guys calling out that they're arresting a child?
Should we do that? I don't know.
Because then we wouldn't be allowed back into town.
That's what I'm saying.
Jump
We
back
would
in
get.
my disguise, and I've got like a beanie on over my head, and I'm wearing like a different shirt, and
Okay.
I may or may not have put like little rubber things over my ears to make them look longer. And I'm like, wait, stop!
Let's roll a deception. Well, would that be deception or performance?
Right.
I think she just yelled, "Stop!"
Yeah,
Right.
but she's also currently trying to disguise herself. I think that would be more performance to see if they
How
recognize
How well
you.
did you put on that?
I would probably say deception versus perception.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah.
That makes sense.
I didn't realize how close those words were together. I'm
It's
just
like,
kicking my feet while I'm sitting on the box, just waiting for the guard to manacle me.
Annabelle, you need to stop trying to do this little kid trick.
Gotta stop.
I know it's not working, but I'm gonna make it work.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe in prison.
Some skills with prison.
I think that's gonna be deception.
Okay. So it's deception. Rolled a 15, 19.
This guard is kind of looking at you, and he says, "Who are you? What are you doing out in the woods? It's extremely dangerous out there. What are you doing?"
Taking my little stroll.
I mean, I was just taking a walk, and I just noticed you trying to arrest this young girl, and I was like, I can't let that happen. So, stop. I'm gonna stop you.
This is a fugitive. This is a grown woman.
What?
She broke and entered into one of the local stores and attempted to steal from it.
Did you? Did you really?
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
Oh my
What's that
god.
supposed to mean?
Not with your case.
It's like, if I was to be thrown in prison, how long would it take for me to be out? And or what type of compensation would I need to give the owner in order to smooth this all over?
The guard kind of looks down and he says,
I think
you would probably do around 6 months of jail time. I would have to talk to the head guard to see what the fine would be.
I know that the people I was with at the time had picked open the lock on the door and opened it. I don't think there was any physical damage. Could I potentially just give the owner of the business financial compensation?
I don't know. I would have to talk to my boss about that. He puts down his short sword. He's just kind of waiting around for the other guard to come by.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be able to talk to the store owner about that? Because if she's telling the truth, she could probably just pay him off.
That's not how the legal system works.
No.
But I mean, if he's okay with that, I don't know.
It's just one of those things where it was a bit of a misunderstanding. My friends thought that the store was open at the time.
They picked a lock.
They picked the lock, which was very
They
unfortunate.
picked the lock accidentally.
It was one of those ill-conceived notions due to, a drunk night at the tavern right next door, which is
Kids
very.
being
Has he
kids.
had trouble like that in the past, where drunkards came in and tried to lockpick into his store? Because I'd imagine that actually happens quite a bit, and actually he could create a pretty good racket off of that if he wanted to.
Not really. Usually we don't have a very big crime problem in this town because
I'm surprised, because isn't there a witch grabbing small children?
yeah, the witch isn't part of the town though.
Oh, is she?
No, she's not. She's from outside the town. We don't really know what her deal is. She just comes by and snatches children.
I have actually heard something different.
What do you know about the witch? What do you know about the children going missing?
I heard that some of these children that have gone missing are drow folk.
Um,
And If you're willing, I can devolve some more of this information to your higher ups and potentially get a pardon.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
Let's see. I'm not gonna make I'm not gonna make you roll a persuasion check yet, but this guard who is not very high up, he's just kind of like someone who is paid to sit there by the tower. He's just kind of like shrugging, and then 3 other guards. The gate opens. 3 other guards. One of them who is dressed in far more expensive looking clothes than the rest, and with a very large sword, and he's very scary looking.
Yeah. I'm still swinging my legs, sitting on my box.
The 3 of them come over, and they're like, is this the, and you hear them talking amongst each other, and one of them is like, is this one of the fugitives that broke into Sensa's store? And the one guard who is dressed in like better clothes than the others nods, and all of them pull out their swords, and
I put my hands up, still sitting on the box.
The gate opens, and the finer dressed guard says, come with us.
Another day, another dumbass in fake elf ears. What's up, everybody? It's me, your favorite dumbass, Marcy Goodfellow, and you're watching D&D Exposed. Sorry, I was pausing for the theme song that we don't have yet. It's in the works, though. I have 2 things to say today. The first is that I'm going to start posting the episodes in pairs, as you might have guessed from the title of this episode, which is marked Part 1 from this previous session on Friday the 6th. And the second half of this will air next week on Tuesday the 17th, which is actually St. Patrick's Day. The second is that I did use Blippy Trance at the end of this video, once again by Kevin MacLeod on incompetech.com. That's INCOMPETECH.com, and licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0. The full source is listed in the description. He has dozens of music that you too can use for free as long as you credit him properly as per his instructions on the FAQ. He also lists other websites promoting other people who make music that anyone can use as long as you credit back to them. Stay tuned for more chaos, and don't forget to check in next week for the rest of the episode. I hear if you subscribe and hit the little bell in the description, you'll get notifications each time we post, so definitely do that if you're looking forward to seeing what happens next. So like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in this week after last week's train wreck, and remember to leave a penny on top of your dryer to appease the sock monster. Bye!
problem. And I hop off the box and I start putting it back up.
Put the box down.
Down.
No problem. Put the box down. Can one of your fellow guards take it with? I would just hate to leave it out here in the forest where any ruffian can come and just take it.
So the finer dress guard points to one of the other ones, probably the one that was talking to you, and says, "Search the box." And while that guard...
I keep my hands in my pockets. It's like, it's locked. Would you like the key?
Would they break it open?
I'm reaching for my key.
Okay, don't try anything. All of us have swords.
And I go and I dig in a pocket and I pull out this old iron key and I just...
The finest dress guard snatches it from your hand and throws it to the guard who you're talking to. They probably need names. I'm gonna roll a dexterity check.
So he even catches the key?
Yeah, he catches the key.
He catches the key.
And he goes to unlock the box. Does anything happen?
No, it is not trapped.
Okay, they kind of look in and they're like, you don't really see, and the guard who was talking to you says, there's not really anything of value in here. It's just some plants from the forest.
Yeah, I fancy myself a bit of an apothecary and herbalist, so I do offer various services. Do you guys have any ailments or anything like that? And I look at one of them, because your friend there looks a little yellow, and I think I have something for that.
That hurt my feelings.
I kind of do like a cute puppy dog, I'm sorry.
Hey, that happens sometimes when I eat too many mandarins. Come on, man. You didn't have to point that out.
I have a tonic for that.
Well, listen, I like the color of my skin.
Racist.
Yeah. You didn't have to say that. That would really hurt my feelings. I really didn't like being put on the spot like that.
I apologize. I've been to many other different cities and, you know, different cultures and different ways of dealing with different people. Kind of, it bleeds into you a little bit. You understand.
Alright, that sounds kind of racist. But,
Marcy's sitting back
sounds
taking
legit
some
racist
snack
now.
from her pockets, like, this is a good show.
Oh yeah, probably the best dressed guard kind of like points a sword towards you and is like, who's this?
I'm just passing by. I thought I might help the fugitive.
She's of no consequence.
Well, how did she get out here? We haven't let anyone out of the town in days, and the closest city is several miles away. Did you walk through the forest?
What would you say if I said yes?
Well, you don't have any weapons on you, are you...
I pull out one of my daggers.
Well, you don't look hurt.
I have 8 HP right now.
I don't know what HP is.
Very good disguise.
Do you have anything to do with the drow out here? Did they escort you?
Swinging legs on blocks.
I may or may not have run into some drow recently.
Did you kill them? Because
I didn't, because I'm very peaceful like that, and they didn't try and harm me.
They didn't try to harm you. They tried to kill everyone out in the woods.
Man, I should have said.
Oh, yeah.
That you didn't interact with
Do you
them.
see my skin right now? Do I look like... I have dark skin and I have ears. So, why would they try and harm me if I look like one of them?
Yeah, you look really purple for an elf.
Oh.
Who's the racist one now?
I was gonna say, I want to say something, but no, it'll make things worse.
I just happen to have dark skin. What are you talking about?
Well, listen, I'm not racist. I have elvish friends. So...
You're so good! Oh my god!
But usually
that doesn't mean I have to
My best friend is an elf. I have elf friends.
But I mean, you know, usually they're not that blue. Is the thing.
Oh my god. I'm gonna put this in. I feel like I have a more reddish hue to my skin. Thank you very much.
This is kind of messed up. We were just like yelling at this guy because he was like,
Girl.
Sorry about that.
For gender?
Now you're misgender.
Oh, I don't know.
Racist
I'm
and
sorry.
sexist.
I'm sorry. Okay, you know what? You guys are right. You're right. I'm stepping down. I'm very sorry, ma'ams. Ma'ams?
Ma'ams?
Madam.
I feel like the proper term is ladies.
And tip your helmet. No.
Oh man, this is getting really politically correct in fantasy world right now.
Hey, just come into town with us. And the gate opens, and they start leading the two of you into town. Do the rest of you follow?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
Guards are concentrating on escorting us too, doesn't notice these two.
Yeah, like how are we unconscious in that? Or we're just like following stealthily behind.
Where is Lilith? Because I left her behind with you guys.
Wait, so we just left the body right outside then?
Could we put her like in a bush or something?
Yeah, could we like just throw her in a bush or something?
Like put her outside the town somewhere that she'd be safe, like.
Have a leg and an afro puff sticking out.
Or unless we hide her in plain sight.
You want to know
Get
what
them
you
shades.
Or make her.
I feel
look
like if they came out of the bush, though, the guards would be like, "Where did you two come from?"
Depends on if you're trying to be stealthy about it.
I have +2 stealth.
And you'd have to be like.
I got +1 still.
Are you guys gonna do the thing where you hide in the labyrinth, or are you gonna?
They would have to get into town first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because you guys are all on your own. Because I ended up.
Yeah, okay, we should probably, we should take care of the body.
Hooray.
So what, are we just like outside watching then?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess
Is there any way that, I don't know like how your class works, but since you're like basically a demon, could you like possess her body in any way or like do anything to control it where like
I think I could, but I don't think I've gotten that far yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm only a level 2, so can't do that yet. That'd be hilarious though, I wish.
Hooray. So is Lilith being left behind in one of the bushes?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay,
just
Marcy's
threw
gonna
her
be
into a
pissed,
bush.
Yeah.
Just
I
know
had
that
a
Marcy's gonna
unless
be
we
pissed.
separate, but I don't
Okay,
think
we
should.
lay her gently into the bush. Is that
I
fair?
had a suggestion, but I don't
If
want
you
to
leave her
again.
behind, she's gonna be pissed. Marcy's gonna be pissed. Lilith is probably gonna be pissed when she wakes up and finds out.
But isn't it gonna seem kind of like suspicious? Us
We're
just like
carrying a body into
yeah, and
so,
we're
like,
just or if we're just staring at a bush. Either way, it would seem kind of suspicious.
If you manage to fix her hair in a different way, which she will also be angry about, and disguise her as someone else,
But how do we?
you
but
can probably bring her
but
to
disguise
the
her with what?
or
apothecary
like comb her
in
hair
town.
down in front of her eyes so you can't tell that she's unconscious.
Or if she is unconscious, you can bring her to an the apothecary or like the medical area in town to get her help.
Or could we like try to probably bring her into the tavern and just say she got really drunk?
We should.
I mean, that's the best I can think though.
Do we have a good relationship with anybody in town?
You guys.
I mean, what about?
Gork!
I mean, he owns the tavern, so we could.
Gork will find you guys.
Gork?
Yeah, but
And
you
then-
guys aren't in trouble though.
Yeah.
No,
You guys
that's
aren't in
exactly.
They're not in trouble, but Lilith is.
Oh,
Gork will
That's
hide
the
them.
problem. Yeah.
Gork will hide them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, okay.
So let's just change Lilith's hairstyle.
Right. So like, we comb
So
her
she
hair
looks
over her
different.
face.
Yeah.
And then like, me and Tilly try to take her into the Gorg's tavern, and
And I've listened to Gorg's story, so like we're on good terms.
yeah, we're all like, yeah, I think we're on good
How's it going?
terms.
Blood, everything. How are your nightmares? Oh, we have this girl here, and she's Are we just gonna be totally honest with him?
Wait, should we be?
Or
I don't
just
know.
we just tell him like she's a little messed up right now.
I feel like Gork's feelings would be very hurt if you lied to him and he found out.
Oh man.
We don't have to tell him everything.
Okay, well we could
just say
say
she's kind of hurt right now, and we'll elaborate later. We just need to keep her here.
Yeah.
And we'll be back for her, we promise.
Right. So can we just
Just
like
need to
keep
go.
her in a safe
Yeah.
I don't know, room or something?
Like somewhere in the back because
Yeah.
our healer is
Yeah.
Getting arrested.
Yeah, getting arrested.
Right now.
He's a fugitive right now.
Right now, so
We're
we
just
want
gonna
you to
go
look after
scope
her
that
if you
out
can.
while she's here.
Right, so just look after
Because
her
we would
while
look too
we're
suspicious
gone.
carrying her around town.
Yeah.
Especially when we're trying to help our friends who are basically fugitives.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, so first off, are the two of you gonna try to get into the gate stealthily or by like showing up and being like, hey guys, let us in?
Hey,
Tell
we
me
need help.
stealthily, if we could try to.
I think we could try to, but the only thing I'm worried about is would they recognize Lilith?
Depends on how they roll.
Shit.
Yeah, and because we're changing her hair, you know.
Right.
I don't know if we could roll a deception check for that. But...
I'm nervous.
Yeah, I think that would be deception versus perception again.
So do we
What's
roll
your
for that?
deception?
Where's mine?
Well, you only have to roll for deception when they see you.
Oh, I have a +3
Okay.
in deception. Cool.
Oh,
Yeah, I
son of
have
a bitch.
What?
That'll be for later.
-1. So.
Oh, you have a -1 in deception?
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Well, at least I have +3.
Wizards are not very social people.
Okay. I might be able to do this. So should I roll for that then?
Well, first you would have to try to get into the town. Deception would only be when they see her and they're like,
Okay.
who the fuck is this?
So, okay, so could we try and, like, go in but be, like, kind of discreet about it?
Yeah, do you want to roll a stealth roll for that?
Sure.
Since I remember both of you saying that you have
I
pretty
got
good stealth.
+1 in stealth. I think you have +2, right?
Yeah, I have +2.
Okay, so we're both okay in that. Okay, so I do a roll.
Yep, just roll a d20.
Okay. Oh shit, I did.
Oh boy.
So that's 2.
So
That's 2.
Plus 1, that's a 3.
so 10. Wait.
So, right,
10.
yeah, that's
Alright, yeah, so these guards are trying to escort, Annabelle and Marcy, into the town. They're walking through the gate, and one of them turns around, and he's just like, what the fuck? Who are you? Oh my god, what's going on? And, all of the guards stop, and they turn and look at
shit.
you.
I'm gonna try and see if I could use my charisma and say, this is just our friend. She got blackout drunk from the tavern. We're just, she wandered out. We're just trying to, get her back home and let her rest.
Roll deception.
Okay. Okay, and that's like, I think I got a +3 in deception, so that's the, oh no.
I rolled a nat 20.
Oh crap, I knew it. Damn it.
Alright. So, the most well-dressed guard, like, draws his fucking sword again, and he's like, that's one of the other fugitives! What's going on here? Do you guys both know her? What was she doing out here? Was she trying to escape? What's going on? Tell us everything you know!
Can I attempt to lie again?
Do we know that they robbed the store?
Yeah, I don't know. Do we know?
Because
I
the
don't
two of
think
us
you guys-
weren't there. Yeah,
You
so
guys
we
weren't there.
We don't have to lie about it. We
Yeah,
can
you
just
guys
say
have
we don't know
plausible
what we're
deniability.
talking about because
Yeah.
You guys actually weren't there.
Right, we
And none
actually
of
And
us
you
weren't
can play
there.
the card that you were already out in the woods and you saw her and you were like,
Right,
she's
right. We were out in
unconscious
the woods. We
I should
just
probably
saw
bring her back
like
to town.
her just blackout drunk, just wandering, and we just came to bring her to safety.
Yeah.
Let's see, what about persuasion? Would you guys want to roll for that and see what's going on? I know you have a +5 to
I ha-
persuasion.
Yeah.
I have a -1.
Oh
Wait,
my
so do you just want to be
god.
the one that talks?
Maybe I should talk.
Alright.
So, can I just tell him what I just said?
Yeah, and you'd have to roll for persuasion. 5 + 5, that's a 10.
Okay.
Which isn't bad. But he's not entirely convinced. So they all have their swords out again. They're looking very fucking stressed out. They have had a terrible day. One of them is probably going through divorce right now.
Oh my god!
Listen, it's not going good for any of these guards. Okay. So they all have their swords out, and the head guard says, what would he say? Like, what the
For a
fuck is going
tiefling,
on?
I suck at lying.
See, he's like, we're taking you to the head of the royal guard. You need to tell us everything you know, and bring your weird...
Drunk friends.
Yeah. What is that thing? Is that an elf? Ugh. Terrible. Okay, come with us.
Okay.
And, so you have these 5 guards now. They all have their swords out. Swords are all pointed at you guys, and they are heading directly towards the head of the guard, which is directly through town and probably around here. They are giving you the walk of shame through town. People who are like walking the streets or just like looking out the window at all the commotion going on see you guys all like being paraded through town.
I have this
Surrounded
like
by
I have
guards.
this just like unassuming smile.
Are we both in that party in the parade through town?
Yes.
I kind of like discreetly elbow Happy in the shoulder very sharply. Like, you got Lilith caught.
I waved to everybody like I'm a supermodel walking.
I look As I look around, how
I
close?
guess I just glare
How
at
close to
Marcy.
everybody else am I?
Wait, what?
How close to everybody else am I?
You're probably like all in a little group surrounded by the guards.
All right, and I just slowing down, and I look over at Marcy and I whisper, "Don't
We
they think you're
confused
somebody
of this
else?
town quick.
I know, we didn't even really do
do?
anything wrong besides try to
You're free and
lie.
clear.
But they're bringing me with you, so I have to stay.
Then just keep the charade up, and when they release you, come and get us."
I'll try, but
This
I can't
gets too bad,
guarantee
I'm
any
gonna have to use my
promises
new
If
that
that
I'll
to
take
disguise
you with
myself.
me when I take Lilith.
That's fine. I can handle it.
Alright, so none of you try to escape? First off? Alright.
I mean, we're all
Well, I'm
together,
not.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we're just gonna stick together for now.
Alright, so you're paraded to right through the town, center of town, down the main street, through the town green, and as you guys are walking through the town green, you're all kind of like nervously eyeing the gallows in the center of town. And
Like I just scoff at them.
and they bring you to the head of the royal guard, who is currently in this very extravagant office. He is even better dressed than the head guard in the party you're in. His name is Clitherell, and they bring you in, swords drawn, to his office, and he's sitting there at a desk, and he says, "Tell me everything you know. I want to hear everything. This is a matter of the security of the town. We could be in serious danger if you tell any lies to me."
Can I use the fact that I now look like a drow to be like, so I saw this group of people and a group of drow like arguing in the woods.
Roll deception.
Would that need to be deception though? Because
Yeah, you're telling a lie.
Oh, what did you get? What is it?
I got a 3.
Alright, do you add or subtract anything to that?
It's deception, so I think I got.
I mean, it's not gonna change anything, but...
So
I got my box.
7.
Yeah, Clitherell looks at you and he says, "Are you guys out of your fucking minds? That's not even an elf! Are you stupid? Get the fuck out of here!" And all the other guards kind of like look at each other and shrug, and they all just walk out. And he says, "Who are you? Tell me your name. I know you're lying. I literally just said not to lie to me."
Well, I wasn't lying. I do know about the drow. Can I tell you what I heard the drow say?
You interacted with the drow?
Yeah, we kind of just they told us that their children were being stolen from them.
He gets up from his chair and he's just like running his hands through his hair and he's like, "Oh my fucking god. Are you kidding me? You have no idea how serious of a situation this is. These drow have been attacking our town since it was first founded. They've been killing our citizens. They tried to set the town on fire several times. They've done everything they can to make it as inhospitable as possible. And they're making friends with them and talking to them. How did you even talk to them? How are you communicating with a drow? Tell me everything you know."
My understanding is that
Me after.
your town was settled in their land, so they're kind of pissed about that. And also, they're worried about you guys stealing their children, so it's kind of a big misunderstanding, I think.
Maybe.
Clitherell is fucking pissed that you said that.
Oh my god.
So he says, "Listen, if those drow weren't a bunch of fucking cowards, they would have never let anyone come into their land in the first place. If we settled down here, then that means that we're the more powerful ones. We have the right to live anywhere we goddamn please. They should have defended their own land more if they wanted to settle down here."
I feel like they did, and they couldn't get past the walls because of the guards all over the place.
We had to set up the walls because they were trying to kill us. We came out victorious. This is our land. We are the more powerful
The bottom
ones.
line is, though, I don't think they're stealing your children.
Okay, well, they're still killing members of our town. And the drow were the ones stealing the children in the first place. It's that goddamn witch in her stupid house just walking around.
It's not the witch that you think it is doing the stuff that you think they're doing.
When you say that, he noticeably gets very defensive. He probably like slams his fist down on a table. He says, "Don't you say that. Don't you tell anyone what you just said. Do you understand me? There will be serious consequences if you go around telling people that these lies, none of it is true."
You should say like, "Let me go," and then I won't say it.
Yep.
Alright.
Dormammu?
What if, whatever I just said, if I don't say that to anyone, you let us all go without any consequences?
He sits back down, and he kind of like steeples his fingers. He's thinking for a moment, and then he says, "How about this? I'll let you go if you promise not to say a single word of this to anyone else."
I mean, my deal was kind of the same thing, except I get to bring these people
Right.
that I may
Does
or may
that
not
go
know
for the
with
rest
me.
of us?
Well, these people, you're not involved in. I mean, you are involved in this, but as far as I know, you have not committed any crimes. I don't really have anything to hold you on, but these people, I need more information from them.
You know what? I'm about to start threatening these people. Like, I have an idea.
No, that's just gonna make us look worse. Can I?
All right, actually, yeah.
I glance
You have
at Tilly and I go, so you want them to say the stuff that they heard? What if I
Yeah.
told you that it was the exact same thing?
I can tell them that since I speak Elvish, like, I can tell them everything that I heard them talking about, like, that I translated for everyone, that, like she said, they were concerned that the town was stealing their kids.
Alright.
And we were
I was-
defending the town
right.
because we knew that children were missing from the town as well. And we were basically, like, on a quest to find the missing children and return them to their parents in the town.
Well,
Alright.
if that doesn't work, I was thinking about threatening them and saying that, like, I will tell the people everything that I just heard in here, and I'll use my my mind awakening thing to tell the
Probably just
people.
kill you then.
I-
Are you gonna use telepathy to say this?
I will probably
Oh my
use
God.
telepathy to tell all the people what I just heard here, so that even if they put me in prison or they kill me, people will still know about it, and I'll
because your
expose
nobility?
them. Yeah.
Alright, this is getting pretty spicy.
It is pretty spicy and really dangerous. You're gonna put us all in danger.
Hang on, can you use your telepathy? How many people can you talk to at once with your telepathy?
How many people could I
think
talk to
I think
at
it's
once?
just one.
It's just one? I mean, that's still that. That's
You're
still might
trying to be a god.
Hey, listen, they don't have to know that.
Oh no, it's every creature within 30 feet.
Oh, really? See?
Jesus.
That's it. I could do this for real then.
Alright.
This is
So you could like totally just walk around town broadcasting your message.
Alright.
It's within 30
Well,
feet.
Alright, first off, let's get Tilly's thing out of the way.
Alright,
So,
yeah.
Oh god.
you basically tell him what you know and that the Drow have said that their children are going missing as well. And you are trying to protect the town. And when you say this, well, actually, you're in the head of the Royal Guard's little office.
Oh, I was like thinking that we were like in a court or something.
Nah,
like
it's just this
interrogation,
guy.
basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Except it's medieval times, so there's literally no legal
Medieval.
protections for you or anything.
Right.
So this guy can just do whatever the fuck he wants. He's
See,
a
that's
huge dick.
exactly why you gotta blackmail him.
Yeah. I mean, like, this guy's the worst asshole ever.
Right.
Like,
Anyways.
like,
Anyways, so Tilly says her thing about what he knows about the Drow. When you say this, he looks very visibly stressed the fuck out. He gets back up, he's pacing around the room, he's like running his hands through his hair again. He's kind of like, he probably has this like nervous like tick where he's like kind of like rubbing at his ears. And he is like a half elf, so he has the like long fucky ears. Kind of playing around with. And he says, how many people know about this? How many, were you all with her?
Yeah.
yeah.
With who?
With, what's your name? What's your name?
Tilly.
Were you with this woman when all this happened?
At the... You mean this whole thing with the drow?
Yes.
I was not.
Roll a deception check.
Oh my god, why are you doing this?
I punch him in the arm.
Why are you doing
Natural 20.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
This guy's abandoning shit.
Wow.
Alright. He kind of like looks at you, and then he looks at the rest of you, and he says, "You're free to go."
Oh my god.
I'm
Like
just
everyone
gonna wait
on-
Can
right
I
out.
trip her on the way out?
You know what?
Yes, you can.
I'm
Roll a
good.
dexterity check.
Yep. Natural 20.
Oh my
She fucking backflips over your foot. She does a perfect backflip, probably like spins in the air, does this absolute fantastic gymnast move. And then like as she's walking out, she probably like gives you the finger.
If this goes south, I'm about to get revenge.
Do you know which guard? Do you know which guard has my box? I gotta go get it before I go.
It's probably Balmer. He's a fucking idiot.
All right, I'll go see Balmer. But thank you so much.
All right.
And I make my way out, but I stay in like the auditorium lobby for.
Oh my god.
And like you're probably sitting there, and there might be like a few of the guards just like kind of standing around drinking coffee.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like just like kind of talking.
Would it be
Like
coffee or would it be like ale?
it's coffee. It's coffee.
They're on duty.
Yeah.
Fantasy coffee.
Yeah, they're like probably just on a little break, just sitting around like talking about gossip.
I just start grinding herbs.
All right. And, like they kind of look at you and they're like, ugh, and I just
You're
keep
like,
talking.
stupid
Oh my god.
All right. So with the all right, with the rest of you guys, so Cliveril is walking around very, very fucking upset, and probably after a moment he stops. And you see him suddenly look like he's realizing something, and he says, "You guys know I have to kill you, right?"
See, this is when I'm gonna have to blackmail him.
Listen, no, this is a matter of national security.
Is it national though? I don't think this is a nation.
Listen, it's all semantics. None of this fucking matters. Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. I hate you guys. You don't understand how much I fucking hate every single one of you stupid assholes. Literally every single one of you. Like, why did we ever think that this whole, like, bounty thing was a good idea? I told the fucking gnome asshole that if we did this, then it would go terrible. But no, you guys, he had to be like, oh, I'm a little man, I'm gonna do this fucking bad plans. I'm a stupid idiot, I have Alzheimer's or whatever. He has to fucking do this stupid shit. He has no idea what he's gotten us into.
Alright.
Can I use
I'm gonna
surprise attack to punch him out?
Oh no! I was gonna use my I was gonna use my threat.
As a last resort, I'll punch him out.
Okay, yeah, as a last resort. I was like, all right, well, listen here, tree screwer.
What the fuck did you call me? No, I need my list of slurs.
I look at you in shock as well because I'm also an elf.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry.
Oh my god.
No offense.
Oh, there's gonna be some wounds needing healing.
Well, you can say you're not racist because you have elvish friends.
I'm not racist because I have elvish friends. I'm gonna let her look up her slurs and then I'm gonna do the threat.
You say that, and he looks really fucking shocked, and he just says, "What the fuck did you just say, you unlovable piece of shit? What the fuck is wrong with you? I don't give a shit how like rich your stupid family is.
Well, listen here.
I will not hesitate to kill you right now."
Well, if you do that, you're gonna rip. Oh no!
Let him talk.
Yeah.
I feel so mean when I'm like doing this like mean role play.
No, keep going.
No,
This is amazing.
I gotta
keep going.
Oh my god.
I feel like an asshole.
The energy.
No, that you're
I gotta
supposed
finish. Right, exactly. It's the tension of the moment. Now now I'm gonna threaten him. It's like, well, listen here. If you kill me and my friends, excluding the halfling that just left, I'm gonna tell everyone in the town what I just heard here today.
Oh my fucking god. Okay. Look. Okay. Let's try to work something out. How do I know I can trust you guys? How do I know that you're not going to tell anyone in the town about what happened out in the woods this night? What do I have to do? What do you do something right now to show me that I can trust you?
I'm kind of feeling we can't trust you, so say we get on equal ground here.
I'm actually
Okay.
right. We kind of are on equal ground here.
Literally just like.
Let's see. Damn, I was actually thinking about like just getting more things, but actually no, that wouldn't help prove my case. You let me and my friends go, and you will never have to hear about this again. But mark my words, if you don't hold up your end of the deal, then the whole town will know about your dirty secrets. And I don't think you'll like that.
That's not good enough. Listen, I will give you one deal. You can take it or you can leave it. Bring me proof that you have killed the head of the drow and that they will never bother us again. And I will make sure that none of you ever see any consequences for this bullshit that you pulled out here in the woods.
Wait, I was wondering, like, could I, like, use, the mind thing to show him how I'm gonna tell everyone, and maybe then I'm just, we're just off the hook or something?
Meaning,
because I'm just wondering, because if, like, he knows how I could use the power, would that make him more intimidated, and then, like, not, screw with us at all after that?
Well, we're trying to make him think he could trust us.
I don't care if he could trust us. I just want him to leave us alone. As a matter of fact, I want him to fear us.
He's definitely fucking scared right now, I'll tell you that. So I'm trying not to railroad, so I'm trying not to, like, say anything, but I do. This is, like, the problem with being a DM. So I just want...
Keep going.
Yeah, okay.
This is good.
So...
No, it's getting juicy.
This is good roleplay.
Oh, yeah.
Keep going.
So I will say that if you do this, he and all of the guards in the town are probably going to try to kill you immediately and deal with all the aftermath afterwards. And there are probably around 100 guards in this entire town. They make up like a quarter of the population here because it is a very militant city. So they would probably rather kill everyone in the party, get that over with, and then try to deal with the aftermath afterwards.
Then I'm thinking, what if I don't know if I could use it back to back like that. I have to check. But, like, I wonder if I could use, like, my disguise thing, Mask of Many Faces, for, like, if he did try to attack, maybe I could do a sneak attack or something.
You would put up your basically hologram to change to a different person, and then he would just still be attacking you.
Oh.
Also, if you did that right in front of him, then be like, okay, cool, you look like a different person. I literally saw you cast that spell.
That's true. Damn. Wish I had, like, an equivalent of a smoke bomb.
They're like, pocket sand.
Pocket sand!
Oh, my God, no.
Oh, man, that'd be cool. Should have picked up some sand on our last trip.
Dude, I want to, like, add some, like, homebrew, like, pocket sand weapon.
Stuns opponent for, like, 6 seconds.
Oh, man, that'd be so great. Oh, man, okay, so... Damn, so that means does that mean we have no choice but to, like, take his offer?
Unless you can find a way out of it, yes.
I'm trying to find a way out of it. Anybody got any ideas?
How long has it been since I've been sitting in the lobby?
Probably like 15 minutes, and this his office is not soundproof, so you've probably heard a lot of screaming coming from in there.
I'm sitting there finishing up compacting on a new pepper ball for my healing word, putting it away, and I look over and I just think to myself, give him another 5-10 minutes. Let's see where this goes.
Oh
and then,
my
like,
God.
the other like 2 guards who are just standing there like drinking coffee, they're probably like, man, did you hear that like Spizix got pregnant? She's only like 20.
It's hilarious. Marcy, what about your cat? Does she have any
I've been trying to figure that out.
I was wondering.
I just want to kind of like
in medieval times, if someone was pregnant
Punch him
at 20,
unconscious
they'd
or
probably be
something.
old, you know?
Yeah, I was thinking more that they're like fantasy races, so like a 20-year-old like elf would probably be like.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I didn't actually think that one through.
She'd be
Because, like elves.
Newborn.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be
I was
fucked up.
thinking like 14 or something.
No, 20.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
They'd
man,
be about. They'd still be considered a child in.
And I'll look up elf ages.
I mean, that'd still be bad. So.
Because they reach maturity at like.
Says, although elves reach physical maturity at about the same age as humans, the elven understanding of adulthood goes beyond physical growth to encompass worldly experience. An elf typically claims adulthood and an adult name around the age of 100 and can live to be 750 years old. So
yeah, she's still technically a child in the eyes of elves.
Shit.
We're going like really deep into the lore of the town. We're like, yeah, did you hear that like elf baby got pregnant or whatever?
Oh my
And,
God.
like, everyone's just like, no, wait, we can't like go back into this like role play about like the guard and this offer. We need to talk about this pregnant elf.
Okay, so does Marcy have any plans considering everything that just happened?
She's just, cause she was kind of like hit by that slur too, so she just wants to punch out the guard.
Okay, well, what about Tilly? Do you have any ideas of how to talk our way out of this before we, do anything else?
I say fuck it, let's go behead the drow.
Okay. Alright. Okay, I guess. Damn, I can't think of anything, so we might have to probably just go and behead a drow. I don't know.
Alright.
I don't know.
What if we
we
bring back fake evidence?
Or if we do something to attract the drow to the town, even though that would piss him off, but that way we can make an example of them and like put them in the town square or whatever, so they don't come to the town.
So it's like a public execution or something?
Yeah, so we're basically starting a war again, but
this group is really about to start a war. Oh my god.
What if instead do the thing where we were going to do? We go and find the witch, and
we don't know that there is a witch though.
But we still know that there's a Baba Yaga house. So we go and find the witch.
Quotations.
And see what her deal is.
And that's in the forest where all the drow that hate us live.
Well,
but they don't necessarily hate us because now they know that.
But wouldn't
and
it
you
be
did not kill any of their own.
But wouldn't it be kind of effed up if we were to go over there and be like, hey, one of you drows want to come over real quick?
No, we'd be like,
the head of the drow though.
I mean,
or we like
went on a long vacation.
An alliance with the drow so they know that we don't really want to do this thing that they told us to do.
Damn,
so we're selling
about
the
to hit
town
that.
Essentially and do we tell them that
So
the
we
town
about to
wants
hit
them
that
dead,
chain
but we're
sides real
basically
quick?
protecting them or like
Switch teams?
Pretending.
Because like since Lilith is out, I feel like Marcy would try and take on a little bit. Think about what Lilith would want in this situation.
What would Lilith want?
I
feel like she's dead.
She'd be thinking about the children.
Right.
In the situation. So
screw this town then?
So Marcy's kind of like conflicted, like she wants to she doesn't really have any feelings about the town, but she knows that Lilith would want to save the children. And since the drow have children missing, she'd want to help the drow and the town, but she's not really sure where to bring her moral compass. She's
this is crazy.
neutral, chaotic neutral.
Oof, yeah, this is bad.
This is gonna be fun.
Oh man, I'm torn apart.
How long has it been now?
Probably still around 15 minutes, since I'm assuming that this talking is not happening in character.
Yeah, this is just...
Yeah.
This is just us. I was like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, like, Clemens just
Metagaming
sitting
for a
there like, are
second.
you guys fucking kidding me? Come on.
Say something.
Come on.
I was gonna say we're whispering in Tiefling, but neither of you can speak Tiefling.
Well, she already left. She's out. She's like in the little.
But
I'm chilling in the lobby.
Yeah, she's chilling in the lobby.
Yeah, but
so,
she can't speak.
Right?
Tiefling,
Yeah,
so
Tilly
she
would
wouldn't
just
know
be
what
like,
we're
"What the hell are you guys saying?"
If we had Lilith, she could be speaking to.
Oh, that would be so great.
Like she could be translating what we're saying in Tiefling.
Yeah.
But we don't have Lilith because she's out cold in the
that's
tavern.
Also,
that's one of the drawbacks. There.
Yeah, and
Oof, that actually would have came in handy.
Yeah.
So the two of you would be speaking Infernal, but you would not understand any of it.
I mean, we all speak
I was saying that we could have, but we can't because she can't understand.
Yeah.
Right.
And neither of us could speak Elvish.
And if we spoke in common, he would probably hear. So,
yeah.
So we're not saying this aloud. We're deliberating out of character.
Yeah.
He's an elf too, so even if you could speak Elvish, he would understand what you're saying.
Unless I spoke to her telepathically.
Which you could.
Which I could.
You could choose the creature within 30 feet.
So, I don't know. Maybe we could do that, but do we have a plan though?
I could tell you in Tiefling, in Infernal, what I'm feeling.
Right.
And then you can tell her telepathically.
Exactly.
So I tell him what I just said Marcy was feeling.
As soon as he starts speaking a language that this guy doesn't understand, he's pretty racist. He's probably like...
Oh yeah, I believe it.
He's like a medieval version of a boomer.
Yeah.
Okay, boomer.
So yeah, you probably like get a few words out, and he like steps back up, pulls out his sword, and he's like, "What the fuck are you talking about, Bright Eyes?"
We were talking about what we had for breakfast this morning.
We're trying to figure out what to do. So like I'm like, we're going over what we think. We're trying to decide, because you're giving us a choice. We're trying to decide amongst ourselves.
So you're trying to decide whether you should go outside and kill these stupid assholes that are murdering our townspeople, or if you want to commit suicide, basically.
Yes, because we don't trust you.
Alright, then I don't trust you. And then he calls in his guards.
Ah, crap.
And probably the two guards who were like out drinking coffee come back in. They have their swords drawn, and he says, "Take them to the jailhouse. We'll execute them in the morning."
Oh shit! It's too late. But I was gonna say, could we lie and say that we're gonna go kill a drow, but we just leave?
Yeah.
So I see them visually go, right?
Yes.
Yep, so I'm just gonna sit there and just wait.
And you are also going with them.
I'm just gonna sit there and wait for them to take them off to wherever it is they're going.